Namaste. I am Axat and today I want to talk about a very special book that I recently read, A Life Unfiltered, with the subtitle Wedded to Sabre Flirting with Quill by Colonel H.P. Singh, Vishisht Seva Medal. Now, apart from being an honor to have him as a fellow old scenarian on our prose and poetry groups on WhatsApp, I am just proud that my dad was also a part of the army. He was killed in action as part of the ill-fated Operation Pavan, part of the Indian peacekeeping forces activities in Sri Lanka in 1987. Colonel H.P. Singh was also part of one of the Indian peacekeeping missions. He went to Congo, and one of the anecdotes in his book, one of the articles, does mention how General Bipin Rawat was his commanding officer at that time and how he led exemplary with his decision making and his fearless conviction. Also, I want to mention that A Life Unfiltered sounds very much like my book, A Life Afloat, and mine, of course, does not stand anywhere near Colonel HP's, shall I say, experience in the armed forces. And I think that one of the best things about this book is the insight it gives us into how the Indian Army maintains its status as one of the, if not the best vocation ever. Now, I myself would love to volunteer, would love to be at the forefront of the fighting lines, and if and when time calls, I shall certainly be up for it with a smile on my face. Let me talk about the book a bit more. Every article is preceded by a quote by certain authors, and every article ends with a postscript by the author. So I think this is a very nice way to give a preface or a preamble into what the article might be about and how to reflect on something we have written before, in hindsight, because hindsight is 2020 for everyone and everyone is perfect in hindsight. But I think what postscripts allow us to do is to see whether we have learned or whether we have integrated the learnings from what our experiences have been in the past into our lives, and if not, why not? All right. But I just want to talk about a couple more things on this note. First of all, of course, Colonel H.P. Singh has written very pointed articles, very clearly written articles about certain things that the army has to go through, that army men have to go through to earn that respect which the Indian army deserves. And I think there are a lot of life learnings in this book as well. For example, I am approaching my 40th birthday this week on India's Independence Day, and I think he has written one article about midlife. Right, I have dog-eared it, sorry sir, but old habits die hard. And stuck in the middle of it all, midlife is the time to let go of an over-dominant ego and to contemplate the deeper significance of human existence. Carl Jung. So this is one of the articles which I thought applies a lot to me right now, and I think as you will go through this book, you will find many things, like I said, which are practical pieces of advice, at least practical sharing of experience by Colonel H.P. Singh about how life can be dealt with in a better, more positive way. And here he says, life really does begin at 40. So yeah, I think I have had a pretty successful life. And I think my biggest takeaway, which I have explained in my book, A Life Afloat, is to live life existentially, to live it in the moment, learn from the past, but don't dwell on it, and have high hopes for the future. And that, I think, is the biggest takeaway. I call it 6Rsm, which means that I try and do the best I can for a bright future for me, Advitya, my little daughter, by being as present as I can be, as constructive and as positive as I can be in these upcoming 6 hours, and that is of course an ongoing philosophy. I have shared more about it in my other videos, and I think it will benefit a lot of us if we stop worrying too much, enjoy our privilege, count our blessings, because no matter what, if you are watching this on an electronic device, you have the internet, you have the means necessary to consume content over the internet, you have a good life, so to speak. So I think one of the biggest upshots of learning from other people's lives, including Colonel H.P. Singh's, HP as he is fondly called, is to be aware that you have a special place, you have a special life, you have a unique significance in the universe, and to appreciate that and to live in a way that spreads cheer and makes others want to live up to your standards, makes others want to live like you. So I think being a positive role model is something that he has achieved through his book. And thank you, sir, for sharing your vast experiences and very varied experiences as an army man and as a human being. And I do hope that this review passes muster, and I have just shared my thoughts. I look forward to hearing what you, dear viewers, think about it when you read this book, or about life, the universe, and everything. And again, a salute to Colonel H.P. Singh for having penned such eloquent thoughts, and for having shared his wisdom with us. Alright then, I will call this review to an end. Thank you so much once again for watching. Namaste, Jai Hind.